Hey guys, what's up? My name is Jeanette, also known as Ms.FitVegan, and I was just sitting here eating this amazing, delicious smoothie bowl. I'll link the recipe video somewhere here or in the description below. Really quick though, it's an orange pink dragon fruit powder, banana and strawberries. No water. It's so freaking good. Okay. Focus, Jeanette, focus. So I was sitting here reminiscing on my previous life as a raw vegan in New York City for, 9 years, okay? And I was thinking to myself, wow, it was really difficult in the beginning because I did not know how to eat cold things in a freezing cold climate. A big part, if you're not living in the tropics yet, you're gonna have to find a way because a lot of the food you eat as a raw vegan is cold. Okay, just like, let's be realistic here. You're gonna survive with frozen fruit in the winter because the fruit quality sucks. There's no watermelon. There's no tropical fruit where you live. I know the struggle, trust me. All right, let me stop. Let me put this down so I can stop eating. It's just really good. Okay, so I know the struggle, and in the beginning, I used to eat smoothies and smoothie bowls and ice cream with the oven on and standing it in front of the oven. And that was not the way to do it. There's so much smarter ways to do it. So here are my top tips on eating raw vegan in the winter in a cold climate. Okay, so my number one tip is to bundle up, okay? If you're like walking around your house, like for example, I lived in New York City, right? And there's very old buildings that have radiators and not central heating. So we were not able to control our temperature of our apartment. And if you're living in a place like New York City with very old buildings, you might not be able to control the temperature of your apartment. So if you are cold in your apartment, and you're raw vegan, and you want to make a smoothie bowl, right? Because like frozen fruit is the only thing you really have in the winter. What I would recommend is bundle up, okay? And even take it a step further is to take a really, really warm, delicious, hot shower, okay? And right after the shower, bundle up, okay? Put lots of layers on, put a hat on, make sure you have socks, because as we know, most of our body heat goes through our head and our feet. So we gotta we've gotta make sure that our head is covered and our feet are warm, okay? So get really warm socks, a really warm hat, bundle up inside. Yes, it sucks, but you know what? It's part of being raw vegan in the winter, okay? And then you can have your smoothie bowl bundled up. Okay, that's number one. Number two, yeah, you could let the fruit defrost. And now, as someone who is like not obsessed with being a perfect raw vegan anymore, I would even say you can heat it up. Like you can make like a nice warm compote. This is actually an amazing idea. You can make your smoothie bowl or your ice cream and then heat up on the stovetop some frozen berries. So get like a mix of blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. Put it in a saucepan and heat it up a little bit. All right, it's not raw vegan anymore, but it's like super healthy and delicious. So like just relax. I think the goal really needs to be healthy and eat delicious, healthy fruit and veggies, right? And we need to get away from like the need to be perfect because it's just not even possible in this world. So if I could go back, this is what I would do. I was obsessed with being a perfect raw vegan and there's no such thing. So I would heat up some berries on the stovetop. I would make my smoothie bowl and I'd put the warm berries on top. Mix that up. Woo! Probably amazing. I've got to try that. So that's another tip. I actually did this recipe on a Mornings with Ms.FitVegan. I'll try to link that somewhere here. I would cut up apples and banana, put some cinnamon on them, and put them on a stovetop. Again, I know it's not raw vegan, but like it's a fruit. Come on now, like apples and bananas, this is so healthy, so much healthier than like pancakes or even oatmeal, which I don't really believe is a health food personally. By the way it makes me feel, I don't feel good when I eat oatmeal. I feel very dehydrated and I feel very, I don't know, not vibrant and alive. So this is what I would do. I would heat that up on a stovetop and for like 10-15 minutes so it's nice and soft and warm. I'd put that into a smoothie bowl or just eat that as breakfast. It's still fruit, so you still gonna be cute, but let's move on. Okay, so next tip I would say, if you really want to stay raw, make sure and stay away from dry fruit. You don't want dried fruit to be like a staple food for you. I talk about this all the time, but check out my video. Type in Ms.FitVegan teeth and you'll see how I destroyed my teeth eating an abundance of dates, dried mangoes, dried bananas, because I thought, like, listen, I couldn't get high quality fruit. And so, I mean, this is really before I learned about tropical fruit and going to Chinatown. Chinatown is the place to go for fruit if you're living in New York City, or if there's a Chinatown where you live. That's the place for fruit. But I didn't know about that in the beginning. So I ate a lot of crap, nuts and seeds and oil and dried fruit, filling up on those calories. What you want to do is stay away from those things. Focus more on the fruit that you can get, the bananas, the apples. If you don't like apples, heat them up. Bake apples. They taste so much better, okay? Because like heating things up releases the natural sugars, and you can do it at a very, very low temperature, or just like calm down. Okay, we can't be perfect in the winter. What I would do, because we're not even supposed to live in the winter. So you eating a baked apple, you know, to stay healthy in the winter is, trust me, so much better than eating a bunch of nuts or seeds or oil or high-fat foods or processed food or raw vegan gourmet food. So much healthier. So that's what I recommend. And then the other thing that I would recommend, okay, this is like funny, but trust me, it works. So I would make a smoothie bowl or an ice cream, and I would eat it in a very, very warm bathtub. This is like one of my favorite things, favorite tricks for living in a cold climate and wanting to stay raw or stay healthy. It feels so amazing to be super hot and eating something cold. I just love it. So I'd recommend that. I would also recommend you stay away from making juice in the winter, okay? Unless it is a warming juice. So if you're gonna make juices, because for some reason, you know, like juices and obviously smoothies, they'll make you more cold, right? Especially juice, because there's no fiber, and I don't know why it feels more cold. But if you're going to make a juice in the winter, make sure there's ginger or some type of warming, like jalapeno, okay? Something warming in the juice, okay? Don't go on a juice fast in the middle of winter, which is what I did one year, 2018. What a mess, what a nightmare. I'll never do another juice cleanse again, okay? Don't get me started on that topic. But another tip is that I would do hot water or hot lemon water, tea, caffeine free, of course, or you can make my date latte drink, which is just dates, hot water, cinnamon, and ginger in the blender. Blend that up. Technically not raw, but like, come on, focus, guys. Focus on your goal. Why do you want to be raw? You probably want to be raw because you either want to lose weight or you want to heal from some type of health issue, right? And if you don't have any of those two things going on, then maybe you want to be raw because you just know it's the optimal way to live. It is like the healthiest food on earth, fruit and veggies, right? In a situation like you might be in, which is a very, very cold climate, please be aware that that is very unnatural. As a human being, you were not designed to live in the cold. No way, no way were humans designed for the cold. Like, we can't survive cold. We're not beings, like, we're not like polar bears, okay? We need lots of warmth, heat, clothing, shelter. We belong in the tropics, all of us, all of us, all of us, all of us, even like Wim Hof. Boo-boo, you need to come to the tropics, okay? But, you know, we're amazing, we're resilient, but if you're eating a very, very cold diet of fruit and veggies and smoothies and smoothie bowls and juices, okay, you've got to do what you can, use what you have, right? So if I could go back to my younger self who went raw because I wanted to clear my acne, lose weight, and I had lots of health problems, I would not be so perfect. Instead of eating lots of nuts and chocolate and nut butters and raw gourmet like pizza and stuff like that, raw vegan pizza, I would simply heat up some fruit and veggies. I would make some baked apples, put some cinnamon, some raisins, maybe some maple syrup on it. I would heat up some compote with frozen berries. I would make the date latte drink. I would do all those things because it's so much healthier. It's so much healthier than eating the raw vegan gourmet food, or God forbid, eating crap, eating gluten or processed food or animal products, okay? So, God forbid. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. Just use what you have, do what you can. I'm not saying you can't be raw, because I did it for many, many years. I was raw vegan from 2011 until 2020 when I moved to Florida, okay? So, you know, it took a long time. It took 9 years. But it is possible to be raw vegan for sure. Okay, so I thank you guys so much for watching. And of course, a great tip would be to have a little bit of fat, okay? So you don't want to eat zero fat in the winter, okay? Because it's really not... It's going to make you feel even colder if you're not eating any fat. So what I would recommend is get some durian in your life, get some avocados, some coconut meat, some hemp seeds or chia seeds. These are the healthiest fats on earth. I would stay away from the nuts, which cause indigestion, gas, and bloating, okay? Stay away from nuts. And then add spices to your meals, ginger and like pepper, cayenne pepper, cinnamon. These are very, very warming spices. Okay. Love you guys. I will talk to you soon. And remember, if you eat fruit, even in the winter, in a cold climate, you gonna stay cute. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.